Our thorough national search produced several very strong final candidates for the head coaching position, both men's and women's. I was fortunate to be part of the finalist interviews, and I can say that we have the most qualified and exciting two individuals here with us today. Will and Ashley are here because they understand that being a coach at Florida Tech is a unique blend of priorities. They understand, as Jamie will tell you, that our scholar athletes come for a Florida Tech education, and all that includes, which is plenty. Yes, it's books, classes, labs, it's engaging with our outstanding faculty, growing in an internship, learning from a capstone design project. It's friendships and memories that will last. But it is so much more thanks to athletics. Just as the classroom learning might mingle with sporting endeavors to the improvement of both, so too can sports help us as learners. It can strengthen memory and concentration. For starters, it teaches time management with a game clock, let's say, or a project deadline. It's learning how to focus, whether that's seconds before that critical free throw or walking into class ahead of a major exam. It's the discipline that comes with a commitment to training, to putting in the work or the study, no matter what else our busy schedules hold. Resilience and problem solving, reduced stress and anxiety, self-confidence, a sense of belonging, the ability to handle and learn from failure. All of these benefits of being a scholar athlete here at Florida Tech also inform and enliven other aspects of our lives. It's a wonderful high energy, high reward dance. And it's our coaches, these patient and tireless folks who have the wisdom and the vision to lead the way, who offer critical trifecta of guidance, encouragement, and belief, as noted by famous football coach Lou Holtz. But we're here talking basketball, sorry about that. Well, in that sense, some fellow named Michael Jordan said this in his Hall of Fame and enshrinement ceremony in 2009. Quote, "A coach is someone who sees beyond your limits and helps you break them." End quote. So here's to looking beyond our limits, striving for what we can see, and having leaders like Will and Ashley here to help guide us on that journey. Thank you all for being here. Welcome, Will and Ashley.
President Nicklow asked me before, is this the first time that two assistant coaches have been hired from the same institution in Wofford? So Jerry, we need to know that answer by the end of the program. He's our historian and researcher, so we really appreciate his guidance, and you'll hear from him as he moderates today. I think today marks a historic moment for Florida Tech athletics as we introduce the new leaders of our women's and men's basketball programs. But we also need to honor the legacy of John Reynolds after 38 seasons and 606 wins, and Billy Mims with 20 seasons and 273 wins at the helm. This is an exciting day for Florida Tech, and I know our scholar athletes are going to appreciate this for years to come. Now, we're incredibly excited to welcome Ashley Raley-Ross, our head women's basketball coach. Ashley is an exceptional coach and makes history today as the first female head coach of our women's basketball program and only the third head coach to lead the program. Ashley's coaching experience includes leading both male and female athletes. Her proven ability to recruit academically strong scholar athletes makes her the perfect fit for Florida Tech. She understands what it takes to build a successful program, both in the classroom and on the floor, focusing on the holistic development of each scholar athlete. We are confident that Ashley's leadership, shaped by strong mentors and her experience as a player, will guide our program to new heights. But before we ask Ashley to come to the podium, I'd also like to warmly welcome her husband, Brandis, who cannot be with us today. We would like to thank him for his sacrifice as he plays professionally basketball right now over in Indonesia, and we're thrilled to have you both here in the Florida Tech family. Please join me in welcoming Coach Ashley Raley-Ross.
Today, I'm honored to officially assume the role team at Florida Tech. I want to extend my gratitude to President Dr. John Nicklow and AD Jamie Joss for their support and trust in my vision for our program. Florida Tech is a remarkable institution that prides itself on academic excellence and fostering a vibrant community. I am excited to work with leadership in promoting these values through our women's basketball program. I'm committed to not only building a competitive team, but also supporting our scholar athletes in their academic and personal development. And I look forward to engaging with our fans and the local community as we all embark on this journey together.
What do you want to take from what John Reynolds built here at Florida Tech, and also make your role, build your role here at Florida Tech and take charge of this?
Well, I want to keep the family aspect that he has built here. So numerous alumni have loved playing for him. So I want to continue that tradition and just continue to build on a culture and maybe make a few adjustments to what fits me. And so, but continue to instill the family values that he has.
Also, in terms of when you applied and looked for this job, what stood out to you the most in terms of what made you say, I need to be here?
The academics. I think it's important that young women know that they are students before they are athletes, and especially very few women go to play professionally. So academics is the number one reason why I wanted to be here.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, it's nice to meet you, and good luck on the new job.
Thank you.
What brand of basketball do you want to play here at Florida Tech? I mean, what can these fans expect?
Well, they can expect a lot of fun. We're going to be fun to watch. We're going to play really good defense, numerous different defenses, and really fast pace. So I know that a lot of people say they play fast, but we're going to play fast with structure and really set the tone of defense.
Okay, and just to follow up, when you're going to recruit moving forward, the new world we live in, when you go into a student athlete's home with their parents, how do you sell Florida Tech basketball moving forward?
Well, I think Florida Tech sells itself when you walk on campus. So I think that's an easy part of the job. And I think that it's important that I recruit young women that want to be here for academics because that is the bigger picture for them.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
I'm ready for it. I think our players are ready for it, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Ashley. Now we'd like to introduce the new leader of our men's basketball program. After a thorough search, we are incredibly excited to welcome Will Murphy as our head men's basketball coach and the 12th to hold the position in program history. Will brings a wealth of experience from the Division I level, having worked alongside some of the best coaches in the business. He understands what it takes to build a successful program on and off the court. His commitment to recruiting high-achieving scholar athletes, analytical approach to the game, and the ability to connect with players make him the perfect fit for Florida Tech. We are confident in Will's leadership and his guidance, bringing us to new heights in the Sunshine State Conference. Before Will shares his remarks, please warmly welcome his wife Pearson and their daughter, soon to be here. We are thrilled to have you join the Florida Tech family. Please welcome Coach Will Murphy.
Okay, I have a few thank yous I need to pass out. First is to my wife, Pearson. She's in the second row right there. You can raise your hand. That one's right there. Through this process, we found out she's almost as crazy as I am. She's 8 months pregnant, and when I first heard about this opportunity and gently talked about it with her, I was expecting to get shut down, but it's been all guns ablaze, and I'm really thankful for that. And she's an unbelievable support system for me. So thank you to her. First, I would like to thank Jamie Joss and Dr. John Nicklow for their vision of what this program can be and how basketball fits into the fabric of the Florida Tech community. It's a challenge I am really, really excited to taking on. I also have to thank some of my mentors, the guys that I've worked for, Jeff Bosdelic, Danny Manning, Mike Young, Dwight Perry, who have all in their own way shaped what I believe it takes to be a good head coach. I got to thank my parents are also in attendance here. I'd like to thank them. They gave up a while ago on that I would get a real job and not be a basketball coach. And so I think this is actually the day that they've fully given up on me. So thanks to them, and also you can give them your sympathies. I probably got to throw out a blanket to all the players I've worked with, all the players I've coached, all my coworkers. Everybody shapes you in some sort of way, and they're all a big part of why I'm here today. And I appreciate all you guys that came out for this. Thank you for giving up your time at 1 p.m. on a Tuesday afternoon. It's appreciated. We're gonna need more of that. We're gonna need you to keep showing up when we're playing those games too. The mission is to build a program, not to build a collection of teams. That's part of what intrigued me about Florida Tech, is it's a place you can build a program. I had an 8-hour car ride that, thanks to Savannah and Charleston traffic, turned into about a 10-hour car ride yesterday on my way down here, and I spent the majority of that time calling former players, all the way from the early 80s to guys that graduated 2 years ago. And it's unbelievable all the positive experiences and positive vibes and thoughts that they have about this place, and the passion that they have for not only the basketball program, but Florida Tech, the school. And that was really cool to hear. Their pride as former scholar athletes was really palpable. This is not going to be rocket science. That's done on the other side of campus, right? This is going to be a day-to-day battle. The way I'm looking at this, we are competing against the Sunshine State Conference every day, not just the 20 days we play them on the court. That's how we're going to approach it. We're going to find the most competitive, team-oriented guys that also happen to be pretty good at basketball. And we are going to build a winner out of that. Thank you.
I want to say thank you for joining us. I think you probably have a great perspective, having been part of the program, multiple teams over the years that have made things go, including your conference tournaments. In that time, what have you learned, whether it's on the court or away from the court? What makes a successful program? What allows the team to compete at the very top end of their league nationally as well? How do you plan to implement that?
Yeah, I think everybody knows you have to have a threshold of talent. There's a baseline of talent you have to be able to compete at the very top of any conference. But, when you go back and look at it, rarely does the most talented team win. And so I think, how does that shape me? We're going to look for we're going to be the most competitive team. Like, we're going to have talent, but year in and year out, we're going to be the most competitive team in our league, and that's going to give you a chance to win the conference.
Maybe something similar to what Mark asked, but what are the visions that you have? What do you want a Will Murphy team to be here in Melbourne, year in and year out, in terms of how you play? So many teams now are outside shooting. How the teams get out and run. What do you want the program to be?
Well, I definitely do care about the analytics. We're going to be efficient with whatever we do on both sides of the ball. But from a human standpoint, we're going to be unselfish. We're going to find a group of guys that can buy in to whatever we label Florida Tech basketball is going to be, and we're going to group of 16 guys, 3+ coaches, and we're all going to pull in that same direction every day. And that's what I want it to look like. And I want, when you show up for the games, I want you to look and say, that's a basketball team that would fight you to win a basketball game.
Coach.
I'm sorry. It's going to sound cliche, but just to win every day. Like, we don't play a game until November, but there's so much we can do between now and November to get better. And so there's not a specific games that I'll probably ever have. It's a process of trying to come into tomorrow on Wednesday and be better than we were on Tuesday, to figure out how to be a little bit better on Thursday, and having fun and joy while you're doing it. Like, at the end of the day, I get to coach a game for a living, right? So, like, you gotta have a little perspective there. That's pretty freaking cool, right? That's pretty cool. But on the other part, this is what I've chosen to do with my life. So I take it very, very seriously. And that's how we're gonna try to blend keeping the joy while also taking what we do very seriously.
Yeah. Coach, on a lighter note, and it's nice to meet you. Congratulations. Did you two talk? Hey, I'm interviewing in Melbourne. So am I. What happened behind the scenes?
You know, very little. She was in Indonesia. So her getting this job is actually way more impressive than me. She got this job from another continent. I was only a few states away. We did text, but I didn't even know she was interviewing for the job until Jamie told me when I was interviewing for the job. So no, we didn't get to share notes as much as we probably could and should have.
As a follow-up, do you feel like, and maybe you can answer as well, do you feel like you two have a bond? You came from the same school. You're now here at Florida Tech. It's like you two are together forever then.
Well, her husband's not here, so that was a little too strongly worded, but like, if we tone it down a little bit, then yes, yes.
I don't know how it would go along in terms of maybe who would chase trying to get to the top.
It's pretty obvious here, isn't it? Yeah.
You got the national champion 3 hours down the road. Does that feel like a good starting place? Okay, that's what we're trying to get to.
National championship feels like a good ending place, but yeah, that's part of the excitement of this job. We're in the best Division II league in the country. So if you can compete in our league, you can compete nationally. So yeah, and we're not gonna line up and try to be anyone. We're gonna try to be Florida Tech. I gotta be me. I can't be Coach Mims. But yeah, that's what drives you as a competitor. That's what we're chasing.
And kind of similar to what Mark asked and I'm sure this is every coach in every sport, but college basketball I feel like has more activity than any other sport in terms of the portal. Like being at a big major at Division I level, you guys probably had to deal with that more than anyone. And what goes into being able to keep a team together year over year so that continuity and that familiarity builds, and that's how winning teams are built. We see a lot of seed-related teams and the ones that are really one of the last
question. So I think that's part of the attraction of this job. It was part of the attraction of the place that I left. That's absolutely true. Players move places more than they have historically. That is what it is. But you have to have a hook. So like, you know, if you choose to play basketball at Florida Tech, a big part of your decision should probably be wanting to play basketball at Florida Tech. And you know, it's great that the beach is 2 miles away, but I'm not going to sell that too hard because then you're going to get a team full of guys who want to be at the beach 2 miles away. But there has to be another reason why they're here, right? And that could be, you know, the academic programs. That could be the location. Like those are the guys that stay. And what I was so encouraged with calling all the former players is how, like, you know, time after time and time again, how I heard what a great experience they had here. And so ultimately, that's when you keep guys, is when they're winning basketball games, right? They're here for a purpose, and oh, by the way, they're having a pretty good time while they're here. And so like, no one's ever going to be immune to it, but I really do feel like at a place like Florida Tech, you can be sheltered from it.
Thank you, Coach.
I just want to thank everyone for coming out today. We have, as you can see, we've got two great candidates and two exciting brands of basketball that you'll see here in a few months. I mean, it'll be here before you know it in November. So again, thank you for everyone coming out. And if you want to stay afterwards and take pictures with coaches, Pete the Panther, we welcome that. Thanks again.